Bluck looking for it, steps it back, it's a three on the way!
Before the record-breaking games, before the sold-out arenas, before camera crews followed her every step and millions tuned in just to watch her warm up, there was simply a little girl in West Des Moines, Iowa, who loved a basketball more than anything else in the world. She wasn't famous. She wasn't a phenomenon. She was just Caitlin, a kid with a competitive spirit so intense that even her closest family members sometimes shook their heads and laughed. Because no matter what the game was, basketball, card games, a race to the car, she wanted to win. And she never hid it. From the day she was born on January 22nd, 2002, sports surrounded her.
Especially when I was younger, I really struggled with understanding losing, and my parents did not really appreciate that at all. Whenever I would lose, when I was in either softball, basketball, whatever it was, I would just cry. That was my immediate reaction because I couldn't comprehend why wasn't I winning. Like all I wanted to do was win, no matter if it was a board game, a card game, really anything. Like I just was going to do whatever it took to win.
Her father, Brent, played basketball and baseball. Her mother, Anne, ran track. Her brothers, Blake and Colin, were athletic and competitive. The Clark home wasn't loud, but it was lively. Playful arguments, one-on-one battles, friendly trash talk, and a constant energy that pushed all the kids to be better. Caitlin tried everything. She played soccer. She played golf. She played volleyball and softball. She took piano lessons. She ran around the house with boundless energy. But nothing stuck quite like basketball.
Yeah, I think growing up, especially throughout like even middle school, like I was still doing a bunch of different sports, and once I got into high school, I was just doing basketball and soccer for the most part, and then after sophomore year, I gave up soccer and kind of knew my future was in basketball, and that's where I was going to be the most successful.
She started playing before she really understood the rules. She simply loved the feel of the ball in her hands. She loved the sound of it hitting the concrete driveway. She loved watching older players shoot and copying their form. Day by day, year by year, something inside her was growing, a combination of passion, talent, and unbelievable confidence. Where most kids look for fun, Caitlin looked for a challenge. And one of her first challenges came early. Girls' basketball opportunities were limited, but she refused to slow down. Instead, she joined boys' teams, older boys, stronger boys, boys that didn't want to get beaten by a girl. And she didn't care. Those early games were physical, fast, chaotic. But Caitlin learned to survive, then to compete, then to dominate. She developed her signature style, quick release, deep shooting, creativity off the dribble, because she had to. The boys didn't give her easy looks. She had to create everything. Every dribble, every cut, every shot.
Growing up playing with the boys, like I played with the boys, honestly, I think until about 6th grade. My parents kind of just knew I was a little more advanced in my skill set from a young age. Looking back, like I never like questioned it. It never was like, oh, why am I playing with the boys? It was just what I did. Like
her father later said he could tell she was special by the time she was in 3rd grade. Not because she scored more than everyone else, but because she played the game differently. She saw things other kids didn't see. She wanted the ball in big moments. She didn't flinch under pressure. By middle school, Caitlin had joined All Iowa Attack, one of the top youth programs in the country. The competition was fierce. The expectations were sky high, and she thrived in it. Traveling tournaments, long practices, long drives, crowded gyms, everything that would burn out most kids only fueled her more. Then came high school, Dowling Catholic, and that's where everything changed. The moment she stepped onto the court as a freshman, people started whispering, "Watch that girl. She shoots from anywhere. She plays like a college player. She's different." Her scoring ability was staggering. But it wasn't just the points, it was the way she carried herself. Confident, calm, fierce, fearless. She moved with the kind of certainty that most athletes don't develop until much later. During her time at Dowling Catholic, she delivered performances that didn't feel real. A 40-point night here, a 50-point performance there, and then the legendary 60-point outburst. A game where it seemed like every shot she took was destined to fall. Her name spread far beyond Iowa. Scouts took notice. Analysts took notice. The entire country took notice. By the time she graduated, she had scored more than 2,500 points. She was named Miss Iowa Basketball. She stood among the best high school players in America. Programs across the country, including some of the biggest names in college basketball, fought for her commitment. But she didn't want easy. She didn't want predictable. She didn't want to follow someone else's path. She wanted home. She chose the University of Iowa. She chose to play for Coach Lisa Bludder. She chose to build a legacy in the same state that raised her.
Obviously, this is my home state, and I wanted to represent my state, and I wanted to do something that really hadn't been done for a really long time. Obviously, we hadn't been to the Final Four since 1993, and Coach C. Vivian Stringer had really built this program to be a powerhouse, and obviously, Coach Bludder has done really amazing things, been to the Elite Eight, been to Sweet 16s, but our goal was to get back to the Final Four, and that's what Coach Bludder always pitched to me, and I just loved that challenge. I really wanted a challenge, and something about it, I was like, I can't pass this up. And
what happened next changed women's basketball forever. Caitlin Clark didn't ease into college basketball. She exploded into it. As a freshman, she averaged more than 26 points per game and led the nation in scoring. She passed with flair. She pulled up from distances no one else dared to shoot from. She became a phenomenon almost overnight. But it wasn't luck. It wasn't hype. Caitlin earned every part of the attention. Her sophomore season was even better. Her leadership grew. Her assist numbers soared. And she developed a reputation for being unstoppable in transition. The moment she crossed half court, she was a scoring threat. Then came her junior year, the year that solidified her status as a generational player. Iowa made a deep tournament run. The country watched her every game. And in the Final Four, she delivered the first 40-point triple-double in NCAA tournament history. No man had ever done it. No woman had ever done it. Only Caitlin Clark. She led Iowa to the national championship game. They didn't win, but the impact was unstoppable. Ratings broke records. Her name dominated social media. Kids everywhere mimicked her logo threes on playgrounds. Fans lined up hours before games just to see her warm up. And then, her senior year arrived. The pinnacle. The moment basketball history was rewritten. February 15th, 2024. Iowa versus Michigan. A packed arena. A nation watching. With shot after shot. With deep threes and fearless drives. Caitlin Clark broke the all-time NCAA scoring record. Men's and women's. A record once held by Pete Maravich. A record many believed would never fall. But Caitlin didn't just break it, she shattered it, finishing her college career with 3,951 points. Iowa retired her jersey. She left as one of the greatest college basketball players the sport had ever seen, and she had transformed the landscape of women's sports. Then came the night of the WNBA draft. Everyone knew who the number one pick would be.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
When you're sitting at your table, and obviously I kind of knew what was going to happen, but you're sitting at your table with your family, you're still a little anxious, and then the commissioner comes out and calls your name. It's super, super special and super fun for my family to be there and enjoy that with me. And it definitely shows that the hard work pays off. And I think more than anything, I'm just grateful. I think I told my mom this, I earned it. I earned this moment, I worked for it. And draft night only happens once. So soaking that in with all of them and enjoying it was super special. And a lot of my teammates, my coaches were there.
The Indiana Fever wasted no time. Her name was called, and the room erupted. Her arrival reshaped the league instantly. Ticket sales skyrocketed. Television ratings doubled, then tripled. Her jerseys sold out across the country. Road games sold out for the first time in Fever history. A new era had begun. Her rookie season wasn't smooth, it was historic. She set the rookie scoring record, the rookie assists record, the rookie three-point record. She earned WNBA All-Star honors. She won Rookie of the Year, and she carried herself with grace, poise, and maturity through hundreds of interviews, massive expectations, and intense competition. But the most incredible part wasn't just the numbers. It was her impact. Little girls showed up wearing her jersey. Entire families traveled miles to see her play. Broadcasters changed their schedules to feature her. Players who had been in the league for years talked about how she was lifting the sport. The Caitlin Clark effect wasn't just real, it was historic. By 2025, she had become one of the world's most recognizable athletes. She signed major endorsement deals. She gained millions of followers online. She appeared on national talk shows, magazine covers, commercials, and documentaries. She was everywhere, yet she stayed grounded. Later in 2025, USA Basketball invited her to the senior national team camp, a major step toward representing the United States on the world stage. It was a milestone that symbolized more than just skill. It was a sign of respect, a sign of belonging, a sign that Caitlin Clark was ready to compete among the best players on earth. And now, in November 2025, Caitlin Clark stands at the center of the sport, a superstar in her prime, a franchise player, a cultural icon, a trailblazer, a young woman who changed the future of women's basketball before even turning 24. What defines Caitlin Clark isn't just the deep shots, the records, the passes, or the points. It's the fire, the competitiveness, the belief that she can do what others think is impossible. It's the fearless girl who grew up playing against boys and refused to bow down to anyone. Today, millions of fans watch her not just because she's great, but because she represents possibility. She represents confidence. She represents the idea that dreams are built through work, sacrifice, and unshakable self-belief. This is Caitlin Clark, the kid from Iowa who grew into a phenomenon, the rookie who transformed the league, the superstar who became a symbol, the player who lifted an entire sport into a new era. Her story isn't finished, not even close. If anything, it's only just beginning, and the world is watching, waiting, and ready for whatever she does next. Because when Caitlin Clark has the ball, anything can happen.